Gardeners have debated this for decades. Some swear by blackened charcoal, others trust green plant meals, and a few quietly rely on something pulled from the sea. But here's the secret most seed catalogs won't share. Only one of these actually feeds soil life instantly, no waiting months. If your garden soil feels tired, lifeless, or slow to grow, this could be why. Stick around, because knowing this one trick could transform your soil and your harvest faster than anything you've tried before. Biochar, the long game. Biochar looks impressive, doesn't it? Those rich, black chunks of charcoal make any garden bed look like serious business. But what exactly is biochar, and why are gardeners raving about it? Simply put, biochar is charcoal made from natural materials, wood, crop residues, or other plant matter, burned carefully in a low-oxygen environment. This process locks in carbon, making biochar extremely stable. And yes, biochar can help your soil, but here's the honest truth. It works slowly. Biochar does not feed soil microbes directly. Think of it more like a house than a meal. It provides a cozy, protective structure where beneficial microbes can live, multiply, and thrive over time. It's like giving your soil life a comfortable apartment, but without putting groceries in the fridge. This means that if you apply biochar straight to your garden, without charging it first, it might actually absorb nutrients temporarily, leaving your plants with less to eat. Charging biochar involves soaking it in compost tea, manure, or other nutrient-rich materials before adding it to your soil. Once charged, biochar becomes a microbial hotspot, a stable home that holds nutrients, moisture, and microbial life, improving soil fertility over the long haul. Best for gardeners who are patient and committed to long-term soil health, those willing to prep biochar carefully with compost or other nutrients, improving soil structure, water retention, and carbon content over seasons. Not ideal for gardeners seeking a quick boost in microbial activity, anyone expecting instant results in a tired or depleted garden. Think of biochar like planting a tree. It doesn't grow overnight, but over months and years. It shapes the landscape and nurtures life in ways that short-term solutions can't match. If you're building a resilient garden ecosystem, biochar is one of the best tools you can use, provided you take the time to prepare it correctly. Have you ever tried biochar in your garden, or seen it used the old-fashioned way? Did it live up to the hype, or fall flat? Share your experience below. Your story might help someone else decide whether to try it, too. Remember, gardening isn't just about speed. It's about building a thriving ecosystem that lasts. Biochar is slow, steady, and powerful, but only if you give it the care it deserves. Alfalfa, the steady feeder. Alfalfa meal has been a trusted staple in gardens and farms for generations. If you've ever walked through a field in spring, you might have seen its soft, green clover-like leaves spreading across the soil. But beyond its gentle appearance, alfalfa is a quiet powerhouse for your garden. Alfalfa meal is a plant-based soil amendment made from dehydrated alfalfa plants. It doesn't give your garden a quick jolt like synthetic fertilizers or some fast-acting amendments. But that's precisely what makes it so reliable. Here's what it does for your soil. Adds organic matter. Alfalfa slowly breaks down, enriching your soil with humus that improves texture, water retention, and aeration. Feeds microbes gradually. The nutrients in alfalfa are released over time, giving your soil life a consistent source of energy. Microbes, fungi, and bacteria love it, but they take it at their own pace. Improves soil over weeks, not days. This slow-release action may not satisfy instant gratification gardeners, but it builds a foundation that lasts year after year. Farmers and gardeners who practiced patience understood alfalfa's quiet magic. In a way, it teaches us something about gardening itself. Good things take time. While other amendments may spike microbial activity immediately, alfalfa works behind the scenes, steadily strengthening your soil's natural fertility. Best for gardeners who prefer predictable, steady results. Seniors or beginners looking for gentle, reliable soil improvements. Anyone wanting to enhance soil structure and long-term fertility without fuss. Not ideal for those seeking immediate microbial bursts or instant greening. Quick-fix gardeners looking for dramatic overnight results. Think of alfalfa as the slow and steady friend of your soil. It doesn't demand attention or dramatic interventions. But over weeks, it creates a richer, more resilient garden ecosystem. For seniors or anyone who enjoys the rhythm of seasonal gardening, alfalfa's reliability is a blessing. No stress, no guesswork. Just steady nourishment for your soil's living community. Do you prefer slow, steady soil improvements or faster, instant-acting results? How do you approach your garden's long-term health versus quick wins? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insight could inspire someone else to try a slower, gentler approach too. Remember, gardening isn't a race. Alfalfa reminds us that patience pays off. The small, consistent inputs you make today will blossom into fertile, thriving soil tomorrow, a gift that keeps giving season after season. Kelp, the quiet microbial boost. Now we come to the one amendment that often gets overlooked, yet quietly transforms soil. Kelp. Yes, the same seaweed you might recognize from oceanside walks or sushi rolls can be a powerful ally for your garden. When used correctly, in small, properly diluted amounts, kelp provides benefits that few other amendments can match. Unlike biochar, which acts as a house for microbes, or alfalfa, which feeds them slowly over weeks, kelp wakes your soil life up. It contains natural compounds, trace minerals, and hormones that encourage microbial activity, strengthen root systems, and improve nutrient uptake. Gardeners often notice the results faster than with dry amendments, not instant miracles, but a clear response in soil health and plant vitality within days. Here's why kelp works so well. Stimulates microbial activity. The bioactive compounds in kelp act like a gentle energy boost for soil microbes, helping them multiply and break down organic matter more efficiently. Encourages root growth. Stronger, healthier roots mean plants can access nutrients and water more effectively. Faster soil response. While biochar and alfalfa work gradually, kelp gives your garden a wake-up call, ideal for tired, nutrient-depleted soils. Best for gardeners seeking faster microbial activity without harsh chemicals. Those with older or exhausted soil that needs revitalization. Anyone wanting gentle, effective stimulation for roots and microbes. Important note for seniors and careful gardeners. Kelp is powerful in small amounts, but more is not better. Overuse can overwhelm plants or soil balance. Always follow dilution instructions on liquid kelp products, or steep dried seaweed properly before applying. Think of it like giving a little vitamin boost. Too much can upset the system. Kelp is also forgiving and adaptable. It works in gardens, pots, and raised beds alike, and pairs beautifully with other amendments. While it doesn't replace compost, biochar, or alfalfa, it can be the ingredient that bridges slow and long-term solutions with more immediate soil vitality. Have you ever tried seaweed or kelp in your garden? Did you notice a difference in soil or plant health? Or do you prefer the more traditional methods like compost and plant meals? Share your experience below. Your story might encourage someone to try this gentle, fast-acting boost safely. Kelp teaches a valuable lesson. Sometimes the most effective solutions aren't the loudest or the most obvious. They're the quiet ones that bring life back to tired soil, giving your garden the foundation it needs to thrive, season after season. The verdict. After exploring the three contenders, biochar, alfalfa, and kelp, it's time to answer the question every gardener wonders. Which one actually supercharges soil microbes first? Kelp. When used correctly and gently, kelp contains natural compounds, trace minerals, and growth-promoting hormones that give soil microbes an immediate boost. It wakes soil life up, encourages root growth, and improves nutrient availability faster than dry amendments like biochar or alfalfa. But before you rush out to douse your garden in seaweed extract, there's an important truth to understand. Gardening isn't just about speed, it's about balance. Let's break it down. Biochar builds the house. It doesn't feed microbes directly but creates a long-term home where soil life can thrive. When properly charged with nutrients, biochar improves soil structure, moisture retention, and microbial stability over months and years. It's the foundation for a thriving ecosystem. Alfalfa stocks the pantry. This slow-release plant meal provides steady nutrition to microbes and plants. It doesn't deliver instant results, but over time it strengthens soil health, encourages beneficial microbes, and adds organic matter. Think of it as consistent, reliable nourishment for your garden. Kelp rings the dinner bell. Kelp is the gentle alarm that wakes your soil life up. It acts quickly, stimulating microbial activity and root growth. But it's only effective when used in the right amounts. Too much can disrupt the balance you've worked so hard to create. The real wisdom lies in using all three together, at the right times, in the right ways. Gardens thrive not because of a single miracle ingredient, but because of patience, balance, and respect for the living soil beneath your feet. Here's how that looks in practice. 1. Prepare your soil with biochar to create a lasting home for microbes. 2. Add alfalfa meal to supply steady, long-term nourishment. 3. Use kelp sparingly to awaken microbes and give your plants an early boost. Key takeaways for gardeners. Instant gratification is tempting, but soil health is a marathon, not a sprint. Combining slow, steady, and fast-acting inputs creates resilient soil and healthier plants. Gentle, measured care rather than tricks. Shortcuts or overloads produces lasting results. Which approach do you prefer in your garden? The slow, steady method, the quick microbial boost, or a mix of both? Have you tried biochar, alfalfa, or kelp before, and what was your experience? Share your thoughts and tips in the comments. Your story could inspire another gardener to find the perfect balance for their soil. Remember, healthy gardens aren't built overnight. They grow from respect for the soil, careful observation, and the wisdom to combine patience with smart, gentle action. Kelp may ring the dinner bell first, but the garden that truly thrives is the one where house, pantry, and bell work together in harmony. There's a lesson in the soil that our parents and grandparents understood better than many gardeners today. Patience and respect matter more than speed and shortcuts. Our parents didn't chase instant results. They didn't expect a lush garden the day after planting seeds. Instead, they fed the land, nurtured the soil, and waited. Every handful of compost, every sprinkle of manure, every careful turn of the soil was a conversation with the earth. They understood that soil life is alive, not just dirt to be pushed around, but a living, breathing system that responds over time. Modern gardening techniques often focus on fast results, shiny fertilizers, or immediate greening. But what they sometimes miss is that true soil health cannot be rushed. Microbes, fungi, and beneficial bacteria have their own rhythm. They need a house to live in, steady food to eat, and gentle encouragement to thrive. That's why amendments like biochar, alfalfa, and kelp work best when used thoughtfully and in balance. Think of it like this. Our parents knew the value of slow and steady nourishment. They didn't just feed plants, they fed the soil, the microbes, and the ecosystem beneath their feet. That's why gardens built decades ago often had healthier soil than many modern plots. The wisdom wasn't in a secret trick or expensive product. It was in the rhythm of care, observation, and patience. Today, we can combine their wisdom with modern knowledge. We know which amendments wake microbes, which feed them slowly, and which provide long-term structure. But the underlying principle remains the same. Gardens respond to respect, consistency, and gentle care. Takeaway lessons for senior gardeners and careful planters. Soil health is built over time. Short-term fixes rarely last. Observe your garden. Let it tell you what it needs. Use amendments thoughtfully. A little kelp to wake microbes, alfalfa to feed them steadily, biochar to give them a home. Patience isn't passive. It's an active practice of nurturing and responding. Did your parents or grandparents have gardening habits that still inspire you today? What lessons about patience, observation, or respect for the soil have you carried into your own garden? Share your stories in the comments. Your memories may remind someone else of the timeless wisdom of nurturing the land. Modern gardening didn't invent soil health, it rediscovered it. And whether you're a senior gardener reflecting on decades of experience, or someone new to the soil, the same principles apply. Feed the land, trust its rhythms, and let nature respond in its own time. Gardens built with this mindset are not just productive, they're living legacies, connecting generations through the simple act of caring for the soil. If this video helped you see soil a little differently, if it reminded you that gardening isn't just about speed, shortcuts, or instant results, but about patience, care, and respect for the life beneath our feet, then we'd love for you to join the conversation. Give this video a like if it resonated with you. and share it with someone who still believes in growing things the right way. Maybe it's a neighbor, a friend, or a family member who taught you to watch the soil, to notice the subtle signs of life, and to understand that healthy gardens aren't built overnight. By sharing, you're helping spread a message that gardening, especially the kind that honors the soil and its microbes, is not a chore, but a timeless practice of care and connection. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors. Here, old knowledge still grows strong. Here, we remember that the soil carries memory, the memory of hands that tilled it, hearts that nurtured it, and wisdom that passed from one generation to the next. Every week, we explore ways to make our gardens, our health, and our communities thrive, using practical advice, gentle guidance, and the kind of timeless wisdom that only comes with experience. Think of this as more than a channel. It's a community of gardeners, thinkers, and seniors who understand that nurturing the earth is also nurturing ourselves. Every tip you try, every story you share, and every lesson you pass on becomes part of a legacy that lives long after the seeds have grown. We'd love to hear from you. What's one piece of gardening wisdom you learned the hard way, or from someone older who cared for the soil before you? Did you try biochar, alfalfa, or kelp in your garden, and what happened? Your experiences may help someone else avoid mistakes, discover new methods, or simply reconnect with the joy of slow, patient gardening. By subscribing, liking, and sharing, you're not just supporting the channel. You're helping to revive a way of gardening that honors patience, balance, and connection. You're reminding us all that gardens are living stories, and that the smallest acts of care, a sprinkle of alfalfa, a touch of kelp, a handful of biochar, can ripple across seasons, creating soil that remembers the hands that nurtured it. So, take a moment, give this video a like, share it with someone you love, and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors. Let's grow together, learn together, and keep the legacy of thoughtful gardening alive. Remember, the soil is patient, but it never forgets. And neither do we.